everyone, this is CAFYIR and welcome to a brand new week of videos. For those of you who don't know, my name is Alexis and I have a lot of great content in store for you this week. We post new videos at 3 p.m. every single weekday, focusing on a new subject matter or skill set. Mondays are I Love Literature, Tuesdays are Sailing into STEM, Wednesdays are Hello to History, Thursdays are Grasping Global Citizenship, and Fridays are Learning about Life Skills for Kids. Today is Tuesday, so you know what that means. It is STEM Demos and Experiments. What will we be talking about today? Chemical reactions. Now, let's break it down a little bit. There is chemical and there's reaction. Well, what's a reaction? A reaction is anything that changes a substance into something else. There are two main types of reactions, chemical reactions and physical reactions. How about we think like a scientist and figure out what each of those words mean? Let's find the meaning. With my scientific investigation skills, I found that a chemical reaction is a process that leads to the chemical change of one substance into another substance. I then found that a physical reaction is a process that rearranges a substance, creating a physical change. Now, what do some of those big words mean exactly? Let's begin with chemical change. A chemical change is a reaction that turns one substance into a brand new substance. Let's ask my friend Emily what's an example of a chemical change. Emily?
An example of a chemical change would be baking a cake.
Exactly. Now let's move on to physical change. A physical change is a reaction that occurs that only changes the form of a substance. So the substance stays exactly the same in a different form. Emily, what's an example of a physical change?
An example of a physical change would be tearing a piece of paper apart.
Exactly. So the paper is still paper, but it's just a different shape now because you tore it apart. Whoa, that was a lot of information. I think it's time for a brain break. Let's see what fun fact we have today.
Did you know snails take the longest naps? Some even last longer than 3 years.
Wow, that was a super cool fun fact. Now let's get back to our scientific investigation, focusing on chemical reactions and physical reactions. I think it's time for a little demonstration on a chemical reaction. For today's demo, we only need 3 simple ingredients: white distilled vinegar, baking soda, and red food coloring. Can you guess what our demonstration is gonna be? While I wait for you guys to guess, you have to always remember, safety first. Today's demo is, drumroll please, creating our own chemical reaction volcano. Now this volcano of science is going to show us how chemical reactions really work. The first step in our procedures, which is the steps we take to complete an experiment, is adding red food coloring to our vinegar. I already added 1 drop of food coloring and now I'm going to shake it up to make sure all of the coloring is evenly distributed throughout the vinegar. Do you know what type of reaction this is? A physical one. We're now going to add our vinegar to the container. And I can show you a little trick. This volcano looks like a volcano from the front, but the back, it's a container where all of the vinegar and other materials are going to be added to. All right, the next step to our experiment is super simple. We're going to add the baking soda to the container and see what happens. We're going to hope for a volcanic eruption. Let's see. And there it is. It's our volcanic reaction. You see all of the lava erupting onto the plate? Wow, that's so cool. And there it was, our volcanic reaction. That was such an awesome demo. Now let's do some cleaning up and get back to discuss the facts. Now that was a pretty cool demo, but now let's break it down. What exactly happened? Well, when you mix baking soda and vinegar, a chemical reaction happens and forms this new thing called carbonic acid and sodium acetate. This causes the fizzy solution to erupt out of the volcano just like we saw. Now, I know that's a lot of information to take in, so what if we try an experiment that you guys can try at home to better understand what a chemical reaction really is? For this experiment, you only need a few materials, very similar to our last demo. You need some white distilled vinegar, some baking soda, a balloon, and anything with a small top, such as a water bottle or beaker like this one. And you always have to remember, safety first. The first step in this experiment is filling up a beaker or water bottle with distilled vinegar. You don't want to fill it up all the way. If you're filling up a water bottle, probably fill it up about 3/4 of the way, maybe a little bit more. Once you fill up your beaker or water bottle, you're going to prepare your balloon. Make sure to stretch it out and get it ready. You're going to place it on top of the water bottle or beaker once you've added the baking soda. Now, get a scoop of your baking soda ready, and let's see what happens. You're going to add the baking soda to the vinegar and then place the balloon on top as soon as possible. All right, countdown please.
3, 2, 1.
Add this and place the balloon on top. Let's see what happens. The balloon is inflating. This illustrates exactly what a chemical reaction is. What a cool experiment that you guys can try at home. Let's head back and get to the bottom of this experiment. I hope each and every one of you try that experiment at home. But what exactly happened? How did the balloon inflate? Well, the byproducts created by the vinegar and baking soda allowed for the gas to fill up the balloon, and that's what caused the balloon to inflate. It's that carbonic acid and sodium acetate that we talked about earlier. Now, once you've tried that experiment, I challenge you to look for chemical reactions and physical reactions in your daily life. Now, your challenge for this week is to look for one physical reaction that happens in your daily life. Then have your parent or guardian post on social media using the hashtag CAFYIR to complete our challenge. Do you or your parents like to drink tea? Well, that's an example of a physical reaction. Look for something like that, take a video, and share it with us. Whoa, we learned so much this video. I think it's time for a quick recap. Let's see what we did. Today we learned about reactions, chemical reactions and physical reactions. An example of a chemical reaction is a firework exploding. An example of a physical reaction is an ice cube melting. These two are opposites. Our demo today was watching a volcanic eruption using vinegar and baking soda. We also used vinegar and baking soda for our experiment when we watched a balloon inflate by itself. These were chemical reactions created from byproducts of carbonic acid and sodium acetate. These two byproducts created an eruption and an inflation in our demo and experiment. Our challenge for today is to find a physical reaction, like making tea in our daily life. Boom, we learned something new today. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope you all enjoyed today's STEM demos and experiments. Now I will talk a little bit about what's in store for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which means we say hello to history. You guys will have the opportunity to learn about the Constitution and Founding Fathers. We will show you some super cool reenactments and present a lot of activities that you guys can try at home. Just a reminder, we post every weekday, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Be sure to like and subscribe below so that you can keep updated on all of our new uploads and content on a variety of super awesome, engaging lessons and activities you guys can try at home. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow.